He exited the back door. There's a 245 suspect from like last week. Male Hispanic, about 5'7", full sleeve tatted on the right and partially on the left. Just hold that 130 Prairie, right by the liquor store. We're gonna door knock the front. His hair's supposed to be slicked back. 4010, Widow Apartment A.
So folks, this is what you get. If you decide to go above and beyond what's required by law and you open the door for the police because you're trying to be helpful, look what they do in return. They handcuff you and now they're making themselves at home in her house.
Got this guy cornered right here on the property. I think we're good. So 911 over here at the front of this pad on 130, please.
They don't have a warrant to go in. That's the bottom line right there, right?
They're trying to do what's called a door knock. That's where they knock and ask permission. Let me tell you an interesting topic here. Search warrants.
Okay, just hold for now. We're going to knock on Unit A, see if we can answer.
They're supposedly doing what is called a door knock. That means they knock on the door and you have the option to answer it or you cannot answer it if you choose. They're not supposed to force you to come out unless they have a search warrant. The police are trying to gain entrance into a house. As you probably know, most people are scared or intimidated, coerced into giving up their rights. If you don't give up your rights, the police tend to take them anyways. They like to act on unreliable information or on their emotions.
NFI, we do have code 20 on the north side of 130.
Officer King just said code 20 on the north side of 130. They've got this complex surrounded here and they're doing what is known as a door knock. And by door knock, that means they're just going to be knocking on the door with hopes that the guy will just open the door, and probably just like any other time, it's best to not talk to them. You know, if they have a warrant, they'll knock the door down and let themselves in. You don't need to open the door for them. I'm here in the city of Hawthorne, trying to provide some transparency and keep an eye on what's going on here. If there's any violence or injuries, I hope to document them. On the other hand, if everyone was on their best behavior, I hope to document that as well.
I was able to hear noise that someone's moving. It's either in the back of Unit B Boy or C Charles.
You giving orders for him to come out with his hands up? Still no sign of the suspect that I can see. Is that what that noise was? What is it you think they're busting down back there? Now they're saying that the screen door for Unit B is open, and they think somehow we may have made it into apartment B over here. This is Sergeant Gabriel Lira in front of me. Patrol Sergeant Gabriel Lira. Less than lethal weapons, I believe, in the right hand of the officer there. I've been working on a documentary. What has changed in law enforcement over the last 10 years? Okay, we got some weapons out over here. What has changed over the last decade in law enforcement that you've noticed, either on the streets, in my videos, record yourself answering that question, upload it unlisted and send me a link, and maybe I'll include you in my video. They're not supposed to force you to come out unless they have a search warrant. And I imagine by now they could have had a warrant signed and brought it back, and then they would be able to enter the property. But instead they keep banging on the door. They've got the place surrounded, and they're making it seem a lot less than voluntary as far as whether or not this guy comes out.
I'm calling you.
Okay.
No, I need you to step out.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lira. You're the boss. Gabe Lira's a punk motherfucker. I sued his ass. I guess he's got a little bit of a grudge. The overweight officer right there, their license, their vehicles, and he holds everything as evidence, even though there was no crime. So when they get released, they can't even get their property back.
I remember one time he gave me a ticket for riding on this side.
It seemed like they were breaking in from both directions. So I don't know if that's really classified as a door knock. I would say they have executed an illegal search. I think at this point I'm going to just go over there and focus on Gabe Lira's big mouth. Now, one thing I want to make clear, despite my comments, I don't actually have a problem with Gabe Lira personally myself. that was resolved in a federal civil rights lawsuit a while back. It says things that are ignorant, unlawful, and he's just a bossy cow. So for me, that makes a good video. So I don't mind him being around. I like to record him and say what I know about him. You don't appreciate my comments? Make your own below the video and let me know what you think. If this is a door knock, then how come they're not letting people in and out? These police are probably trespassing at this point, preventing the tenants from coming or going. Again, this is Officer Khan.
He has his own personal website where he puts everything on his own personal website.
It's for transparency, for hold police accountable, make sure they're doing the right thing. Make sure they're not abusing you or somebody else. Sometimes these police, and the one you were speaking to in particular, his name is Sergeant Gabe Lira. He makes unlawful arrests of innocent people regularly. So,
well, he's here. Are they allowed to just go in the house without a restraining order?
no, they should have a search warrant to go in the house. And
it's my house.
okay, so what they're pretending to do right now is what's called a door knock. They're telling this guy he can't come in or come out. You know what I mean? They've taken control of your property. To do that, they have to have a search warrant.
They're looking for my son.
Yeah.
They say for something he did with the girlfriend.
Yeah,
what do I do?
You want them out of your house, but I don't know if it's going to do any good once they're in there. There was an assault or something like a week ago. If it was a week ago, they should have had plenty of time to prepare. Why did they get a search warrant?
See, that's the thing. I don't know the law, so I don't know what I should say or do. He's not on my contract. My son could just come visit.
Yeah. Do you know if he's here right now?
Well, according to them, he's here, but he's not there. So can they search house by house by house? Because that's what they're
No,
doing.
I mean, well, if people don't let them in, they're not going to be able to come in. See, they're not going to, without a warrant, they won't break the door down.
Okay.
So, but if people make the mistake of opening the door, then they'll lie and say whatever they have to say to come in. You know what I mean? They'll intimidate you out of your rights. So it looks like we've got officers on the roof now. We still got several officers with their guns out. There's Coquette facing this way. I'm not going to talk to you. You got people standing right there, and I'm 20 yards further than them. Lyra, I don't mind being cooperative, but if you're going to single me out, you...
Okay, they're across the street now, Daniel. We're across the street.
The tenant in Unit A has just agreed to open the door. So all these people in this complex are letting these police conduct warrantless searches. I have a whole shoebox full of police reports that he authored himself from late 2012. He enjoys arresting innocent people that are watching him.
Hey there, bud, can I help you?
No, thank you.
I'm sorry?
I said no, thank you.
You have some ID on you?
Yeah, but I'd rather not talk to you.
Okay, that's fine. You have some ID on you?
Can you take the light out of my face, please?
No, I can't, because if you don't give me some ID, you're going to jail.
For what? For example, if a friend of yours is being arrested and you stand across the street and observe Mr. Lyra as he goes about his business, he will have you arrested or arrest you himself and trump up some bullshit charges. For what?
Well, I'll talk to you in a second.
Am I under arrest?
Yes, you are.
Hey, what is the deal with that?
You're under arrest.
For what reason?
I just told you. Put your bike down, turn around, put your hands on your back. If you don't do so, I'll be forced to do it for you.
I'm under arrest for taking a picture of the police?
I don't know. What are you doing? I've asked you several times. Take your backpack off.
He's the kind of guy that gives me job security out here in the field, provides motivation, and a reason for people to be out here recording.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back, please.
Yes, sir. Hawthorne Police Department out here, they've completely lost track of the fact that it's supposed to be consensual. I've already spoken to the mother here. She doesn't want them in her house. This young lady is not a suspect, and they've got her handcuffed while they do a FI card. Looks like Patrol Sergeant Gabe Lyra, in his infinite wisdom, is filling out an FI card. Field interview, field interrogation. Again, it should be voluntary, but if she's wearing handcuffs, if people can stand over there on the sidewalk, then why can't somebody with the camera stand over there on the sidewalk? And this guy again, asking, can he go in the house? What did they say as far as you going in your house? What did they tell you?
They're not letting me go in there.
Did you tell them you had to use the restroom and they said they don't care?
I told them I have to get my shit. They don't give a fuck.
Okay, now they're talking about an open attic. Okay, so now they're searching in this vehicle, looking in the trunk. They just said that the young lady that's sitting on the driveway there is actually the victim. Yeah, but she doesn't seem like that much of a victim to me because for a long, long time she refused to answer the door for these police. It doesn't sound like somebody who wants their help. They're breaking down the perimeter. I don't actually see a suspect. I mean, you know what's funny is I'm going to guess this girl is probably his girlfriend. She was probably driving his car. In other words, this whole thing, I still don't see a suspect. Here comes Officer King. He's been providing intelligence this whole time. I don't know where he was, but he's been talking over the radio and telling these officers different bits of information. Sergeant Colquette, how are you? Did you guys take a suspect into custody? But you said not yet, but it looks like you're going home, so is the guy not here maybe? Sergeant Colquette is always friendly with me when he's asking me questions, trying to get information. But when I have a question, you know, he never really wants to give me much information more than what you just heard. Seems like they're wrapping things up. You should be able, I don't understand why they're not letting you in, you know? Okay, so this guy is finally being let into his property. I sound like he had some words for him on his way in. Maybe I'm wrong, but looks like the police responded a little over the top without a search warrant based on the fact that a vehicle was here and apparently not what the registered owner they were looking for. Where are you trying to go with this? Where are you going with the car? You have a parking right here? Yeah. You good? Thank you very much, man. Okay. Thank you, man. Okay.
I'll get this one now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, you got a bunch of chicken.
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay, thank you a lot.
Okay, have a nice day.
Okay, send me you.
Couple dozen for some chicken.
I have chicken. You want a piece of chicken? Here. I mean, I don't have any money, but you can grab a piece of chicken if you're hungry.
Thank you.
Okay.
God bless you.
Okay, you have a nice day. Incredible how far I've come with these police over the years. You know, I started out being treated like an enemy, worse than a criminal because I was being arrested or cited, even though I hadn't broken the law many times. But now even Gabe Lira, he may not like me, but he knows to treat me with respect. And when I'm around with my camera, I don't see police doing any of the things that they used to do. Call it what you want. All I'm saying is if I can supervise the police, if I can change your behavior, then I'm pretty sure some of you could probably do just the same thing. I'm not going to kid you, it takes a lot of work and a lot of time invested. Mostly it might just take them getting to know me or getting to know you and realizing that you're not going to go away before they finally start to treat you with some respect. When they realize they're going to be seeing you the next day and the day after that, or even later the same day. Anyways, thank you for watching. Consider making a donation or buying a Steak and Bacon t-shirt. Don't forget to make that video I requested. What has changed in the last 10 years in law enforcement? Send me a link. Thank you.